Oh my gosh. You asked for it. We're doing it. We're playing some TTRPGs on the channel. And today we're playing this little zine RPG indie game that I got from PAX Unplugged 2 or 3 years ago and never got a chance to play. And guess what? Lucky me, I have some friends who said, yeah, I'll play that with you. And they're here. They're here. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and I'm not going to say their names. They're going to say them themselves. And so I think everyone can see the order that we're in. So we'll start here to that direction, and then we'll go clockwise.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou. I'm going first because that's where I am on the screen.
And because you're special.
And because I'm special.
Great. Wonderful. Hi, Mary Lou.
Next. Hi, my name's Kate, and I'm second on the screen.
These are the important details people need to know about all of you. So good.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I was after Kate.
Hi, I'm Nora. I'm fourth in this circle.
Really good. Yay!
We did it. Nailed it.
You did it, girl.
No.
You did it.
Everyone knows you
didn't
really well.
practice that?
I know. It's crazy.
It's just because we're consummate professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this game, I think, has taken some inspiration from a couple of different games. One is Traveler, which I've not played. And it was compared to something else too, which I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's fine. But a big part of this game of being purveyors of outlawry and arcana is the character creation. So we don't know who our outlaw band is yet. We need to make these characters. So we're going to do that together here. We're going to make our characters. There's a little life path system. So we're going to see what happened to them to make them the way they are now. And then we'll work together to create kind of the ethos of our outlaw band. There's some like Blades in the Dark vibes, I feel like, in how some of this is going to work. And then once we do that, with whatever time we have left today, we'll dive into the adventure. Just so everyone knows, this is all of our first time playing this. So we're just gonna like wing it. And RPGs truly are just collaborative storytelling. That's my philosophy anyway. So I like to make up the rules if I don't like the rules in the book. So it'll be fine. And what I'm saying is I may not have it like exactly right, but it's okay. It's our game. And you can do that.
Don't be scared.
You can do that at your own table.
Freak out.
And you do, even if you don't realize it. You're not getting the rules right either. Okay.
Yeah.
So
They're not
You're
sponsored,
not.
right? So we're not obligated to.
No.
There we go.
Do you know
No matter.
who sponsored this is my lovely, lovely Twitch audience who met a goal I put up on stream of donate a certain amount of bits, and that will allow us to organize a TTRPG stream. So Twitch
That's so
viewers
cool.
are responsible for making this happen.
Twitch.
Thank you, guys.
Chat.
Thank you, Tweet.
Yay. Okay. If you hear a beep, that's my coffee warmer. All right.
Paula's mug
So
warmer.
cool.
Yeah.
People who aren't used to it are like, is my PlayStation turning on? What's happening? I'm like, no, sorry, that's me. That's me on my end. All right.
Again, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Everything's fine. So, okay, let's make some characters. I have that here in the book. All right.
Oh boy,
So-
I'm excited.
A big thing about this game is like it's super loose. You can basically be whoever you want to be. Like it's our game. There's a bit of a fantasy element. So in terms of like historical accuracy, the game itself is like whatever. All kinds of people existed at all kinds of time periods. All kinds of people could have traveled here. So be whoever you want, which I really love. So the first thing is, ooh, do y'all want to like wait to figure out your name until the end, or do you want to start with a name for each character?
I
It
vote
feels
end for me.
insane to start.
Start with a name,
Start,
right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I
so
got to choose all my attributes and stuff, then I could start with a name. But since we're letting, as I say, letting the Geist guide us,
yeah, the guys guide us. Yeah.
then
The
then I gotta be-
we might get
yeah.
died.
We might get died.
We might get died.
But
Okay,
yeah,
well then we're gonna, so on the character checklist, we're gonna skip the first chunk of like, what's your name? Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. We're gonna come back to that. So we're gonna start right at your attributes. Roll your Outlaws attributes. Now, everyone has 4 attributes. That is a weird word to say over and over again, but there's endurance, willpower, luck, and wits. So your endurance is your ability to withstand injury and exhaustion. Your willpower is like your self-possession, your self-control. That gets used for magic-y stuff if you decide you want to be a magic-y kind of person. Your wits are your insight, your mental reflexes, your awareness, and then you have luck, which is your intuition and good fortune. Now, you have little special abilities you can trigger for each of these attributes, which we'll talk about later. I don't think we need to get lost in that at the moment. So the way we're going to figure that out is everyone needs to get 2d6, and you're going to roll your 2d6, and this is going to be your stat for endurance. Now, on your character sheet, you can put it, I have like a current amount because these are the kinds of stats you can spend points of during the game. So I have a current slot and a max slot. So put your amount in the max slot of your thing, and we can see how much everyone gets. And knows that we'll do your lowest roll when we're done with this. You'll re-roll, and then you can do one swap. So you're not stuck.
Oh, endurance?
You're
I
so
love
mean.
that. You're starting off strong.
Naked.
Oh,
Right
boy.
on.
That's okay.
Double
You'll
one.
get to re-roll that at the end.
Cool. Just gonna put a
Probably,
temporary
unless you
2
roll
for
2
now.
runs again.
Now,
Ooh.
you do all have a tab for everyone. Maybe I'll viewers at home. I've made a little Excel sheet for everyone to use, a Google sheet.
I did use
so
the
everyone has a
template,
tab.
but
Yeah, I knew someone had, and I wasn't sure who, but it's fine.
it was me.
Okay, now 2 more d6 for your willpower.
Okay. Slightly better.
Ooh. I got a 4. Not what I wanted.
Oh wait,
off.
hey.
Oh.
If 2, okay, wait, we'll wait till the end, and then we'll do that. Yep. Okay. There's a thing to help with low rolls that we'll do at the end. Great.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
I
Got
need
it.
all the help I can get.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more d6, and this will be your luck.
Come on. Okay. That's pretty good. Got an 11.
And then 2 more d6, and that will be your wits.
Ooh, I'm witty.
Kate's rolled really well. I'm
Really
seeing
good.
like what you've got going right now. Okay, now if 2 or more of your attributes ended up at 5 or less, you can add a single d6 to each one. So does anyone have 2 or more? Looks like
I only have 1.
everyone
only
just
have
has 1 that is
But we
that
can
low.
re-roll our lowest
Yes.
one.
Now you will re-roll your lowest attribute. And if
Come on.
it's higher, you can take the higher number. You don't need to take, if it's lower, you take the higher of the 2
Come
rolls.
on. I
Very
can't
kind
do
of-
worse than I did before. Okay.
I did worse.
Oh
I had a 4 and then I rolled a 3.
Oh no. Okay. This is okay. The guys are telling a story here.
I
So now you can take 2 of these attributes and swap them if you would like. So let me tell you now at this point, so you know exactly what you have to work with. We're going to be spending points of these attributes to do things during the game. So let me tell you some of the things you can do, and then you can decide if you want to swap 2 of your stats. So again, endurance is where you're going to take your physical damage. So whenever you take damage, you will subtract that from your endurance amount, unless it's otherwise specified. Some might be specifically to your willpower or something else. But you can also exhaust yourself using endurance. If you ever fail like an archery, athletics, or melee skill check, you can spend 3 points of endurance to improve that check by 3. But it has to be in chunks of 3. And then says psychic exhaustion. If you ever lose all your willpower, then you can use endurance to pay for your arcane talents or magical rituals. So that's what you're going to use endurance for. So willpower is you're going to use to do cantrips or magical powers if you have them. Not everyone is going to, unless you all want to, but you don't have to. If you ever fail a skill check for sorcery or arcane talent, you can spend 3 willpower to increase that by 3. So that's going to be kind of a running theme. And you can use willpower to shrug it off. You can ignore the damage from an attack. Spend 1 willpower for each point of damage, but you have to absorb all the damage with your willpower. So you can choose to take the damage to your willpower instead of endurance if you want to.
Got it.
Okay, wits. Wits has an ability that says, I can figure it out. So normally if you're making a skill check and you don't have a relevant skill to apply to it, you roll at disadvantage, I believe, for that skill check, which means you're going to roll 3 dice and you basically take the lower result of your 3 dice. But if you can use wits, you can spend 2 wits to make it like you have a skill in that, to basically cancel the disadvantage. So wits can be used to cancel your disadvantage if you have no relevant skills. You can spend wits to ask questions to get information from me about what's going on. And you can spend 3 wits to increase any skill check you've made by 3 points. So that's a very versatile way to like buff other skill checks if you can't already do it with your endurance or willpower. Then your luck is things where you can, you have this ability, good thing you're here. If it's reasonable, your outlaw might know someone in a given location. You spend a luck and you tell me who you know, and that's now a contact you have here. You can also spend 3 luck to increase basically any skill check by 3. So that's kind of a running theme here. And then you can use luck for a saving throw if that stat is better than the stat I would be asking you to use for a saving throw. But then you spend 1 luck once you've done it. So that's a very rough, and I will remind you of these things as we play, because I know that's kind of a lot to throw at you. If you're looking at your the PDF of this is all on page 3 if you ever want to reference it. But that's kind of a rough overview of what these different attributes do. So if you feel inspired to swap 2 of the stats, you may do so now, but you also don't have to.
I'm swapping my highest and my lowest. So now willpower is my highest and luck is my lowest.
And that makes sense because you're hoping to do some magic-y stuff, right?
I was hoping to do some magic-y stuff. Yeah. So when I got a 4 in willpower, I was like,
oh, you're like, ooh. Do you want to tell us, Mary Lou, what all your attribute stats are?
Yeah. So I got a 6 for endurance, pretty average. Willpower, I now have 11. So that's cool. Luck, I have a 4. And wits, I have a 7. So also pretty average, but she's magic-y.
She's magic. She don't need luck.
You know
what's funny is as soon as I saw there was a magic system in this, I knew Mary Lou would want to play.
I love
someone using magic. I was like, Mary Lou's gonna want to play magic person.
There's sort of 2 different magic systems.
Yeah.
There's like arcane and sorcery, or
so there are arcane powers, which are like actual like spells, and you have to have like an arcane ability to use them. And then there's sorcery and divination, which are rituals that basically anyone can do if they have a relevant skill and spend the time to do them.
Ooh,
that's cool. I like that.
Kate, what have you got?
I rolled pretty well, and I'm not going to make any switches. I have 9 in endurance. I have 8 in willpower, 9 in luck, an 11 in wits. So
I
I'm
love that.
witty.
She's above average,
Yeah,
baby.
you are
I
like-
love her.
Wow.
Sydney,
My point-
what have you got?
I've got a 10 in endurance. I did switch. So I put the 10 into endurance because I don't know, somebody's got to be the strong guy.
Yeah.
Then willpower, I have a 7. Luck, I have an 11. And wits, I have a
Ooh.
7. So I'm like, maybe they're not the most smart, they're not the most strong, but they're really lucky.
Tough and lucky. Tough and lucky. I like it.
It is cool because if you basically you go down, you are out of action if your endurance ever hits 0 and then you take more physical damage, you would be out of action, which might mean unconscious or unable to continue acting, or depending on what's happened, possibly dead. Or if your endurance hits 0 and then another one of your attributes hits 0, then you're out of action. So endurance is certainly an important thing for being able to stay in the action. Nora.
Well, I got to re-roll that atrocious 2 on the endurance.
Yay!
I
Thank
think I went
God.
much better for you.
I'm not gonna die after like one round. So my reroll was an 8, which is
pretty good.
not
Nice.
good. My willpower is a 6, and then luck and wit are both 7. So I think I'm just gonna keep everything
Yeah.
Yeah.
the way it is because nothing's really they're all pretty much down the road.
Fairly
Pretty good.
average.
Yeah.
Cool. So the next thing, so one thing I'll mention while we're here is, as I've said, you'll be spending these points in your attributes to potentially like cast spells or absorb damage or activate abilities. Whenever, not that we'll necessarily see this in our game because we're playing just basically a one-shot, but during like downtime, you would gain points back in your attributes, and you can also get some during a short rest, which is in this game called catching your breath. So there are ways to get your points back after you've spent them, just so people know. Okay, next up.
Is it background abilities?
Yeah, next up is background abilities. So you get to choose 2 of these. And these are basically
One of them is that you can add a d6 to any of your attributes.
Oh, what?
So if you wanted to get a higher attribute, which
you
I
can do
might,
that, yeah.
Well, what if you roll
can
a
do that.
1?
that would suck.
That would I would let you re-roll that. That's crappy. So yeah, your background abilities represent things that you have, your talents, your skills, your natural abilities that you've picked up before turning 18. At this point, you're still, you're growing. You're not an adult yet. And you get to choose 2 of these, and some of them you can take twice. So I'm just going to read the description of these for everyone, and you can decide what you would like. So you can have the background ability Aristocrat. Your outlaw's family had land and titles, and you will gain the etiquette and writing skills. There's Dabbler. Your outlaw knows the sorcery skill. So this is how you get sorcery. You can take this twice to go from having sorcery skill level 1 to sorcery skill level 2, if you just want to put both of your choices into that. Jack of all trades. So earlier when I was saying if you don't have a relevant skill when you need to make a check, you roll at disadvantage. Jack of all trades basically means you don't have to roll at disadvantage, even if you don't have that skill. Heroic ability is what Mary Lou was saying. Add 1d6 to any one attribute to a maximum of 18. That's high. And you can do that twice if you want. Arcane talent is how you get the ability to do magic powers. Choose 1 arcane talent and you take 1 skill with it. So there's true seeing. These are basically schools of magic. True seeing, illusions, necromancy, or pyromancy. If you want, you can take it twice so that you have a talent skill that's at level 2, or that you have 2 different schools of magic, both at level 1. And the last thing is background skills. So basically this lets you choose 2 skills to add to your sheet. Athletics, archery, melee, herbalism, performance, riding, silver tongue, streetwise, thievery, or etiquette. You can take that twice. If y'all want to see this in front of you, that's on like page 3 of the PDF or on the Google sheet. Let me just open that and see real quick. And you will get more skills as we do the next step, because what your career ends up being will give you more skills as well. If you have the Google Doc open, this is all listed on page 7. Background abilities of the Google Doc.
7.
And then I think it's 3 on the PDF. So you can see it for yourself.
Ooh. I'm looking at all the different magic because I can't. I wanted to decide what I.
I got an idea
Ooh.
for an idea I had. I think I've got one of the arcane thingies.
Ooh.
I like that. So yeah, just quickly I can describe to everyone. So arcane talents come with cantrips and powers. Cantrips, you just spend 1 willpower and then you do it. A power, you have to spend a certain amount of willpower and then make a skill check to see if it works. But there's illusions, which create sensory impressions in the minds of people and creatures, which gives you a cantrip of a glamour. You also have ghost sounds, images, and phantasm and invisibility as powers for illusions.
Cool.
Necromancy obviously gives you command of and connection to the dead. So the cantrip there lets you hear the mournful whispers of the recent dead and learn something of the place. This is sounding like what Nora was describing.
Yeah.
And then powers
Yes.
speak with dead, compel undead, and animate dead. Pyromancy lets you obviously control flames and conjure fire. Cantrip basically lets you create just a gentle, like flame-like light. Your powers are consume, which lets you expand existing flame. You can create flame and you can extinguish flame. And then there's true seeing, which lets you, the cantrip for that alerts you of impending visitors, intruders, and dangers. And then your powers are clairvoyance, clairaudience, so you can listen in, like scrying, an audio scry. And then sense what is hidden, detect hidden or invisible items, creatures, people. So you can be like, what's in that person's pocket? And you'd be able to see. So that's the arcane talents that are available if you want that. Sorcery, you can do fortune telling, bond of power, which like strengthens the group, I think. Call power. You can conjure ambient powers from the cosmos. There's weather working. You can change the weather, and you can bless weapons if you go into sorcery.
So who's our magic girlies? Mary Lou, you have high willpower. Is anybody else?
I want to
doing
be a
magic?
magic girly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I think Nora, you're gonna do magic too, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the necromancy one.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sick. Oh, sick.
So cool.
I love this.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do illusions.
Okay.
I think illusions are cool. Fun. I'm gonna do illusions.
So you're saying
We
you
could
like
all
mine.
do magic stuff and just
Yeah,
we could really
if you want
Captain Planet this, and if we do all the different
We absolutely could.
Form of a criminal.
When your powers combined, I am Robin of Locksley.
Yay!
Yes.
I might actually not do. Well, I have a question, Paula. So if
Yeah.
I don't choose a background that has either arcane or the sorcery, can I not do magic at all?
I
'Cause
believe
I kind of want some
I
other.
believe that is true.
I might
Let me
not
just
be a
do a
magic
little.
girly.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I don't do magic, guys?
I wasn't
Don't
going to
do
do magic
magic.
either.
You don't have to.
Is anybody going to be
We'll have
mad
2
at
magic
me?
girlies and 2. I'm gonna be so mad at you, Sydney. I'm gonna be so mad.
How
magic
dare
girlies
you.
into what, Mary Lou? What were you going to say? Normies?
2 normal. I was gonna say 2 non-magic girlies.
I have an idea. I think I might want to do, what did I pick?
There are some things in your career that might give you access to skills that will open up the world of sorcery. You might end up in your life path having gotten some divination, which would let you do the fortune telling sorcery, for
This
example.
is so you're right, Paula. This is so like traveler coded with the life path stuff. Like it's really fun. I love the traveler character creation. I'm already so into this. I think I'm gonna do Jack of all trades because I would like to
I took
not
that one
have
too.
disadvantage. Yeah, I mean it just makes sense. I feel like I need to do that one.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do the background to pick the 2 skills. I'm gonna do archery and I kind of like silver tongue, but I don't know what that applies to.
It's like
That's so funny. That's what I
It's like
initially chose as well.
Smooth
But
talking. It's like smooth talking your way out
I think
of
it's
stuff.
like
Fast talk.
fast talk
Yeah.
or being your charisma kind of. You can talk your way in and out of things.
I like that because I like my character has high luck, so they're not necessarily like charming, but maybe they just for some reason they can get into a room or like get through a guard or something.
Yeah, I like that.
that makes sense.
I'm into
I chose aristocrat, so
Oh,
I get
cool.
etiquette and writing skills. Yeah, she doesn't have magic, but she's got
Yeah.
land. Where is she?
Yeah.
Where her family does.
From.
She got money.
And then I was gonna do the 2 background skills, but I might wait to commit on what those are because I'm looking at the career that I want to choose.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna roll on a table basically, and I might get. It depends what I get there. Yeah.
That's a good point.
I took arcane talent. I wanted illusions. And then I decided I wanted to go uber magic. So I took heroic ability so that I could add a d6 to my willpower. And I rolled a 6.
What is it
Nice.
now?
Oh, you're almost maxed.
17.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
You're gonna be so powerful.
Well, not in anything else. Below average in everything else.
But you can use your
really high
willpower to take your endurance damage if you want. You know,
If I
that's one
need
of the
to,
things you
yeah.
can do called shrug it off. So
Nice.
cool. Yeah, and if you're gaining skills, you can add them into that skills box that are under your attributes. You can just write in. And when you gain them, you get them at level 1. So
Oh, I see.
you can pop that
Oh,
into
I
the max
see.
thing there. Because those levels will add to your dice rolls when you do skill checks.
Cool.
Got it.
Yeah. What have you got going on, Nora? Did you already say? I know we talked about necromancy.
Yes, and I think I'm going to do jack of all trades just to help me out with these very average scores that I rolled. Yeah,
Cool.
and then a little necromancy, you know. Side
I
hustle.
love it. It works so well with the idea you had about being like your
Yeah.
trouble is that you are like accused of grave robbing, basically.
Yes. Oh yeah. Could we just talk about it? I guess.
Yours is so good that you should talk about it.
Yeah,
so
talk about your idea. Oh, sorry. Did we talk about that off camera?
That
we
was
did
off
talk
camera.
about it off camera. So sorry. We all have to, we all like hanging out and forget that you're here listening. So my idea for this for this bandit basically is that they are a grave digger or they're a care tender to like a graveyard or whatever. And because of the necromancy, they get dead people tell them where they can find stuff that I had. And I'm falsely accused of grave robbing, but they let me have it. They let me have it.
Yeah,
They
I feel
tell
like
me
they're
their
in there.
secrets.
They're like, I can't use the silver ring anymore. Do you want it?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a gift.
Also,
You didn't
they could
steal
be,
it.
A dead person could also tell me where somebody else's stuff is out of pettiness.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a person who murdered me. Go
Some
steal their
people-
stuff.
Listen,
I
some
love
people
that.
have
You didn't
beef,
steal it. They gave it to you.
beef beyond the grave. And
Yeah.
I'm just helping them be petty from
This is
another plane
so
of existence.
Robin
I
Hood.
love that.
This is so Robin Hood too, because you're like, I'm helping them by stealing
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
their
I'm-
enemies.
fulfilling their unfulfilled death wishes in, helping them.
You're
They love
basically
it.
Jennifer Love Hewitt in The Ghost Whisperer.
Yes.
Yes.
You're helping them.
I'm
Everyone
doing the
gets
Lord's
that
work.
reference, right?
And Medium.
Yes.
Patricia Arquette in Medium. Loved that show.
You got to help these people cross over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes that means stealing shit from other people.
Sometimes. It's true.
That they tip me off too.
All right.
now we
I
get
think it's
our
time.
careers.
Yeah, it's time to
Sometimes-
come of age. And decide
Sometimes
what
there's a little
career.
difference.
What career did you have before you turned to being an outlaw? So I think we should do this just one at a time because it's a little involved. So at this point, you turn 18 and you either have no career, you immediately have gotten into trouble and you are an outlaw, or you will be a little older and you will have had a career before something happened that caused you to become an outlaw. So before we go into everyone individually, I'm just going to quickly say the career options. And then you will definitely want to look at all of these in the PDF. I think it's page 4 in the PDF and probably 8 in the Google Doc. So we have, again, young outlaw. It says use this table only if your character is going to begin outlaw life at 18. All right, then we have the Hermit of St. Eustace. Whether you ever officially took a hermit's vows, you lived for a time at one of the order's strange rural hermitages. You can be a guild trader. You went to travel the land and seas to trade. You can be a wandering performer. You know music, song, and story, but most importantly, you know the ways of roads, taverns, and aristocratic manners. Manors is spelled like a building, not like your mannerism, but interpret that however you want. You can be a cavalier. Before the latest troubles began, before you got into trouble, you lived in an aristocrat's manor as a courtier or knight. You can be a free laborer. You were a laborer, whether a farmer or village trade person, such as miller, tailor, or tinkerer, soldier or spy. No. You can have been a thank you. Thank you for laughing. A notorious criminal. Whether you were breaking and entering into the manors and townhomes of the wealthy, waylaying aristocrats on the open road, or flying black flags on the high seas, you have long been a criminal and an outlaw. So I think we should start with Kate, because I think you wanted to go right into being a young outlaw. Is that true?
I did. I wanted to go. So I was reading this PDF last night instead of doom scrolling, and young outlaw is listed first. And below that is you choose your accusation because you're already in trouble. And on that table, which I'm not going to roll on, there is secret affair.
Choose.
Secret affair.
Yes.
Accusation. Say who you were accused of courting or seducing and whether it was their family or your own who pressed charges against you. And I was like, I have to be that. Like
That's so cool.
I love it.
That's right for Kate, I think. Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a young outlaw, freshly 18, who was accused of having a secret affair and was tossed out onto the streets from her
Former
family.
aristocrat.
Yeah.
And now she's gone bad.
Who won? Is this true? Were you having this affair? And if so, who was it with?
Is it true? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
Okay.
But word on the street is that one of the like neighboring aristocrats that's friends with my family, we have kind of like an alliance or something. He had a very young wife that they just got married, and the wife was never the same after hanging out with me. You can't seem to please her, right?
And when you wake up next to him in the middle of the night,
I've been accused by him of tainting his wife.
Oh, yes.
And she's from
I love it.
He can't
Did she
please
pray
her
at
and
the
is
Roan
blaming me.
Chapel. She prayed at the Roan Chapel.
I get the job done.
Oh my God.
Yes, mama. Woo! Love it.
Anyway.
Oh boy. Okay.
yeah.
So you are that. You also, I love that. It's so good. As a young outlaw, you gain the thievery skill.
Yes.
And then you can also choose from athletics, carousing, performance, or streetwise. And if you choose something that you already have or you gain a skill again, you take it from level 1 to a level 2, just so you know.
Ooh. What's carousing mean?
I feel like that's like partying. Like, are you good at
Carousing.
like going out and having a good time?
Carousing
awesome.
for sure. So
It feels right.
theory and then carousing.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Now we need to decide. There's another table here that you either get some lucky breaks or you had some hard knocks. And this is going to result in you gaining some other skills based on what's happened to you. So you're going to roll 2d6.
2d6
for me. Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
All right. And then what's your luck stat?
My luck is 9.
Okay, so you get to add 2 to the roll.
So that's 5.
Still not great.
Yeah.
So your luck wasn't quite enough. So now you instead of getting lucky breaks, you had some hard knocks. So you need to roll twice on the hard knocks table. So roll 1d6.
Okay. I got a 6.
Okay,
plus
that
1
means-
endurance.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's hard knocks, not lucky breaks. That's actually -1 endurance.
Oh, -1. Oh my
That's
gosh.
rough. That is a hard knock.
The writing's
That
so
was a hard
small.
knock.
I just saw
Yeah.
blood. Ooh, okay.
So
that's fine.
-1 to your endurance.
-1.
That's rough. But roll
Okay.
again and just don't roll another 6.
Really don't.
Fuck.
No.
I rolled another 6.
No.
It's okay. I have to do
bottle
that.
cap.
Something.
Bottle cap.
Bottle cap.
Reroll.
Reroll it.
Reroll.
It's actually still above average.
Unless you want.
Still
Up to
reroll.
you.
It's fine. It's actually, my endurance still is above average. It's at 7 now
fair.
instead of 9. So I
It's
think
from all that
fine.
partying. You know, you just have
Yeah.
a bad liver now. So
Yeah, and now I'm out on the streets. I don't have access to like my bath or like my handmaidens. I don't
Yes.
know.
You've taken
whatever.
really hard knocks. You're so
yeah,
brave.
it's tough.
You're brave.
So
brave.
now a big part of this game and part of kind of the culture, I guess, of this time is what's called a wolf's head. So this is basically when you become an outlaw, you are given the designation, like the legal designation of a wolf's head. Let me see if I have the definition here. It basically means you have no rights at all if you are a
Oh.
wolf's head. They're like, this
I
person...
I
Do you
read
have
it.
it?
A sheriff or magistrate has declared you caput lupinum, someone whose life has no more value than a wolf's head. While some might help you and get in trouble for it, you have no legal rights, including the right to a trial, and may be detained, arrested, held, and even killed without fear of consequences. You're a
So-
wolf's head, baby.
Basically, like, you've gotten into so much trouble that no one cares what happens to you. So you have to be careful. And we already know what caused that to happen.
Scary.
It's your secret affair.
It's a crime of passion.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't
And
matter.
everybody found out.
The sheriff or the magistrate has declared you.
All right, that's it. Sydney, do you have ideas for what kind of a career you would like your outlaw to have had?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go full notorious criminal.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm really embracing the wolf's head because I think notorious criminal is like you are a felon, like you're just
Yeah.
a criminal.
It's
What's
like
cool about Notorious
being-
Criminal? It's young. It's like Young Outlaw. It's really similar, except you get more stuff, but you also age. You have to roll 3d6 to
You're gonna
how
be older.
old, see how
Ah.
old you are. Because
Yeah,
you can't be a notorious criminal when you're too young. You gotta work your way
Change
up.
everything.
Right,
Yeah.
so cool.
So this says anyone can pursue a criminal life, so we don't need to roll to see if you are able to achieve this career. You just did it. So you gain the streetwise and thievery skills,
Cool.
and then you're going to age 3d6 years. So roll 3d6,
Cool.
and we'll add that to 18.
Okay. I rolled a 12, so I'm 30.
You're 30.
No, I'm 29.
30.
18 and 12 is 30.
30. Okay.
And then
Still young. Still very young.
Still
Over the
So
hill.
young.
Although in this time, in the medieval
In
era,
that time, ooh.
I'm pushing death's door, I think. I think I'm
Well,
fairly
you know
old.
what? It's still, I consider it an advantage that you are too old for Leonardo DiCaprio to want to date you.
yes.
That is a
Lucky
plus.
you.
I'm clear. I'm good.
You're safe.
You're clear, you're
safe
safe.
from Leo.
Safe from Leo.
So now you get to choose one of the criminal professions that are on this chart: burglary, banditry, or piracy.
Ooh.
And you will get the bonus skill. So burglary would give you more thievery, banditry would give you riding, and piracy would give you sailing.
Okay. I hate to do this, Paula. I'm going to ask you, am I allowed to have a horse? Like, is riding going to be important in this adventure?
I think you're allowed to have a horse. I don't know how it may or may not matter. Like, it's up to you whether or not you would want to parlay that into something that matters in our adventure, if that makes sense, I think.
Yeah, it would, because we're traveling as a group, it would be lame for me to have a horse and no one else to have a horse, and then nobody has a riding skill, and then we all have to ride all the time.
Well, we know that
I'm-
at least our young aristocrat has riding.
That's true.
I can
This is
ride.
Well, there
Maybe
might
we
be the
know each other.
opportunity to like steal somebody else's horse and then you'd be able to ride it somewhere, maybe, or, rather than keeping and having your own horse. But it's up to you if you'd rather. I mean, we're probably not going to be getting on a boat, but maybe it's cool if you know how to sail. I don't know.
I'm also looking at the list in each column because I'll roll within that like career to choose like what I earn. And I'm just trying to see like, what am I missing that maybe I could earn from one over the other? I think I'll do banditry and I get the bonus skill of riding because maybe I'll get another skill too.
Yeah. So you gain riding, and then you're going to roll 1d6 4 times.
Okay.
And you're going to gain, so you're basically getting 4 skills or having the opportunity to upgrade a current skill on this banditry chart.
Well, great news. I rolled a 1, so I'm already upping my riding skill.
Let's go, expert horsey girl.
Really important.
Yeah.
Horse girl. Oh my God, my true fantasy dream.
Yay.
Yeah, you're a horse girl. You've got a
Everyone's living their fantasies right now.
loving it.
Kate's having secret affairs.
I mean,
Sydney's
I
being a
am.
horse girl.
I'm doing magic. I love
I'm
magic.
doing-
Nora's
da-
talking to the dead.
You're talking to dead people.
necromancy.
Like
You know.
necromancy, always a dream of mine.
Our living dreams.
Then I got a 5, which is forestry.
Ooh.
Cool. I don't know what that does,
which
but it
I-
sounds cool.
Yeah,
I will
guess
say
I'm
that this book
forest.
doesn't really explain
Maybe it's like survival.
any of the skills. So we can basically interpret them how we want, but I'm going to interpret forestry as like a survival or an ability to
Nature.
these woods
tracking.
very well, right? Yeah, tracking, navigation through the woods, is how I
Very
would
cool.
do that.
Okay, and the next one, that was my second one, my third one will be for archery. Great.
Ooh.
Sick.
So I'm upping my skill. So that's a 2
Nice.
now. And another 4. Okay, I'm really good at archery.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So a 3 in that.
Cool. You're
Cool.
a horse archer.
Oh my God,
So
I'm
cool.
You're like a rider. You're a
Katniss.
Rohirrim.
Katniss on a horse.
Katniss on a horse.
That's awesome.
And then is that it for my guy?
That's all your like stats. You have a couple more things. You are also a wolf's head. Just like Kate's character. But one thing you have is a mission. So basically, up to this point, you've been a criminal and something has happened to make you decide it's not just about doing crimes to survive. You have a larger purpose. It might be protecting a person or group, avenging a wrong, investigating a crime, or gathering money for some important cause or task. Basically, if you ever act on whatever this mission is, you gain a source of advantage on your next roll that supports that mission.
Cool.
And if you ever have a good opportunity to act on your mission and forego it, you're going to lose willpower.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cool.
So think about, if you want, we can come back to it when we come back to our connections that everyone's going to do. But think about what has made you decide you want to like do crime for the greater good as opposed to just for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna think on that.
Yeah. Cool. Nora, do we want to come over to you?
Yeah, I think for career especially since I took jack of all trades, maybe a free laborer.
Yeah,
Maybe because that
makes
would
sense.
grave digger would also have fit into
Yes.
that.
Cemetery
Yeah, this feels very like
keeper.
blue collar kind
Yeah.
of like, yeah, definitely. So anyone can choose to become this. You don't have to roll to see if it happens. So you're going to gain the archery and athletic skills.
Okay.
And then you're going to add 1d6 years to your age. So roll a d6.
1.
All right, so you're currently 19.
19.
You will have the opportunity to keep rolling if you want to be older.
Okay.
So you're now going to roll 1d6 twice. There's a table here. So your work
Work in
Sorry,
the
hold on.
fields. That one.
Yeah, you're going to take a skill from one of these columns. So basically, what feels like it's the most applicable to being a grave digger, I would say, or working in that kind of way. So there's a column for working in the fields that might give you a specific set of skills, a column for guild crafting, and a column for village evenings. You would need willpower 8, so you actually don't qualify for that one.
Okay.
So either
oh.
work in the fields or guild crafting.
Probably.
It also says you can
know.
roll.
You could
either
roll-
twice- yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Kate. Exactly what
You
Kate
can-
was saying.
You can roll twice in the same column or each in different columns.
Okay. Maybe since I already have athletics and archery, I'm thinking maybe cart driving might be a nice thing for us to
Grave
have.
digger. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
Bring out your dead as like a little cart.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, cart driving and maybe I don't know, maybe just a +1 to wits or maybe
Yeah, are you-
herbalism.
So
We're doing
pick one of
one
the
each?
columns and then you'll roll your d6 and whatever you get will determine
okay.
what thing from the column you're getting.
Got it. Okay. So I see. I was confused. Okay. So I rolled
No,
a
yeah.
3. So that is cart driving.
Yes.
All right, you
right,
manifested
sweet.
it.
Manifested. Okay. And then I roll
Bring out your
again.
dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 2. So
Oh my God,
either-
you did it.
Holy shit. So either +1 to endurance or wits.
Yeah.
I mean, +1 wits. You
Yeah.
manifested that.
+1. Okay. Let's do. I'm just trying to think like what would be
Oh, what
more
would be better
beneficial
for you?
to have like a +1 to wits or a +1
To
to endurance. Endurance is an 8 and wits is at a 7. Let's do endurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do a +1 to endurance. And then
So-
we'll do cart driving.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Paula mentioned this, but I didn't read it until now. You can roll to age 1d6, and get 2 more skills on that
Yeah.
table
Oh,
as many
okay.
times as you want. However, the older you get, the worse your trouble may be later.
Got
We're
it.
gonna
Well,
roll for our troubles.
I feel like maybe let's just roll this one more
Yeah.
time.
Do
It
it.
basically maxes you out. You can't age yourself older than 35 because that's ancient, as we discovered in Sydney.
So with a 4, I'm sitting at a 23 now.
That's great. Yeah.
Nice. And then you can roll 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. 1, athletics or crafting. So if I have athletics, what is it, like a +1 or
Yeah, so you would go from having a 1 in these skills. So if you get athletics again, you'll take a 2. You'll
got
have
it.
a 2. in it.
Okay, let's do that.
And basically that means whenever you do a skill check, you're going to roll 2d6 and add whatever your skill modifier is to
Okay.
it. So if you're rolling for athletics, you'd roll 2d6 and add 2 to the
Two.
roll.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then do I have one more roll?
Yes.
Okay. For herbalism or silver tongue. Let's do silver tongue.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got to be able to talk good to talk to all those dead people. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that as old as you'd like to be, or do you want to go again?
I'll keep it there, I
Okay.
think.
And then we will come back to your trouble
Okay.
in a moment.
Okie dokie.
Mary Lou,
Okay.
what kind of a career is your person having?
Because I'm doing illusions, I want to see if I can become a wandering performer. But
Yeah.
you
hoping
can't
you'd
just
take that.
automatically be a wandering performer. So we're gonna have to see if I earn it. If I have the performance skill, then I can just automatically become a performer. But I
Mhm.
don't. So I'm going to roll 2d6, and on an 8 or up, I can become a performer. If
you're
I had
wits,
if
you're
I had
just
higher
under that.
wits, then I'd get a +2, but I don't have high enough wits to get a +2.
Oh, I really want this to happen for you. I'm stressed out. Roll good. Please roll good.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I rolled a 10. Woo! Yay! I can become a performer. Yay!
Wait, so you do illusions. Are you gonna be like a
You're
like a magician?
like a magician? Yeah.
Like a magician?
Or maybe
Ooh.
maybe I'm like a dancer, but I like dance with like a snake that it's not real. It's a,
Yeah.
and I
kinda love that.
I just make myself look like a really cool dancer.
Like you actually can't dance, but the illusion makes it look like
The
you can.
illusion is that I
You're so distracted
can
by the
I love
like
this
yeah.
so much.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's I think
Our
what she
group-
did.
Our group is so interesting.
Yes. Okay, so now
So you now let's figure out how you got here. So you now gain the performance skill,
yep, performance.
and then roll 1d6 twice on the table below, choosing one column to roll on. Okay.
Oh.
So here's what's awesome. Your willpower is so high, you can choose from any of these columns. So you can choose to roll to gain a skill from wandering roads, from nights in the tavern. So basically this is representing the skills and the experiences you've gathered up to this point. Did you spend some of them wandering the roads? Did you spend some of them at nights in the taverns? Or because your willpower is higher than 8, you can also choose to roll on the old tales and stories. Maybe you've picked up some lore, some folklore along the way, and this would let you maybe gain divination, sorcery, herbalism, luck, more willpower. So choose a column and roll a d6, and then do it again on whatever column you want.
I'm definitely gonna do those old tales and stories. I think that's
Yeah.
super cool. So here's my first one. A 3, which is herbalism.
Herbalism.
Drugs.
Yeah.
And
I have herbalism lore in our Pathfinder game, and I've
That's
used
right.
it twice in 3 years. Anyway.
I always forget lore. And I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it on the old Nilsson stories one more. That was a 2, and that's sorcery.
Sorcery.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now, you can basically do like what Nora was doing. You can
Yeah.
repeat this step as many times as you like until your character is older than 35, aging 1d6 years for every 2 skills you roll on the table.
Right. I'm gonna do at least one. Ooh, that's a 5. So now I'm 23.
23? Mm-hmm. And now you can roll twice again on whatever columns you want.
Can I roll and then decide?
Sure. I don't mind.
4. Thievery,
That's
performance, or luck.
luck.
I don't want to take luck because my luck is so low that like increasing
Mm-hmm.
it is like
It's like, does that matter?
not useful. It's like low to slightly less bad. I don't know. I'm gonna take performance. Yeah, I'm gonna take performance again. So now I have a 2 in performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then 5. Forestry, performance, or +1 in willpower. I can be an ultra.
You'd be like maxed out on willpower.
I would be maxed out on willpower.
So.
I'm doing it.
I mean, I think you can go above 18 at this point. It's just in the beginning when you're re-rolling, they're like, you can't go higher than that. But I think now you could.
I'm doing it. I already have a 2 in performance, so I don't want a 3. I don't need a 3 in performance. So I'm going to take another willpower. And now I have 18 willpower. Okay, now my question is, do I want to age one more time and take 2 more? Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay, one more.
Why not?
Last one.
Do it.
Okay, that's a 4, so I'm 27. I'm the second oldest. Still young.
Why am I so old?
Because you're a notorious criminal.
You had to be, yeah.
You had to live more life to become notorious. Notorious.
Okay. I'm gonna take silver tongue. I'm gonna take 1 silver tongue because I rolled a 3, and then 4 again. So performance or thievery or +1 luck. Maybe I will take performance and just be a real performer.
Why not?
Because you guys have somebody has thievery, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there are people with
I
thievery.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
I do too.
Then I'm gonna take a 3 in performance. The guys are dieting me, you know? So
Yes, they are.
there we
Go,
go.
guys.
All right, done.
Okay,
Yay.
everyone has a career. The last thing we need to do for our characters here is those of you who are not already criminals, we need to figure out what caused you to become an outlaw. So we need to figure out your trouble, and then everyone will come up with some connections. Then we'll do a little bit for our outlaw band, and then we'll take a little break before we dive into our adventure. So. Our young outlaw and our notorious criminal already know their trouble, what made them be an outlaw. But Nora and Mary Lou, we sort of have an idea, right? For Nora. So you might not need to roll on this because I'm perfectly happy for us to roll with that.
I would love to do an unfortunate death. And like, I'm being blamed for somebody who died, and I'm like talking to them through necromancy and being like, dude, how do I get out of this? And
yes,
I talk to the person who I'm being accused of killing.
That's awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we need to name the person who died and the person who swore vengeance.
Okay. I think it should be, since I'm so average in everything that I'm rolling, I think it should be like my twin that was good at everything.
Oh, whoa. And they're like,
And like the
killed that
person who is like pissed off at me are my parents.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's rough.
Oh my God, that's
And that makes sense with
drama.
the psychic connection too, like the introduction
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
that, it being your dead twin. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm liking this. Okay.
Love
That's
that.
so rough.
Troubles. All right.
You will also gain forestry and melee as your skill.
Okay.
So if you already have forestry, up that and then add melee in.
I don't have either, so this is good. We'll
Okay,
put
awesome.
both.
All right, so while you're filling that in, Mary Lou, do you want to roll on this chart? So
Yeah.
you roll boop 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 boop.
I gotta add a +2 though.
because you're
I'm
24 to
27.
29 years old, and the further down this chart you go, the worse the trouble is. So
Whoops. Okay, here we go. Well, I rolled a 1, and so +2 gives me an unfortunate death.
Unfortunate death. So if you want to have the same thing, or if you'd rather that be something different, up to you. I'll let you choose either the 2 or the 4 instead. If you're like, oh, I don't want the same thing Nora has, but it can be done in totally different ways. So your other options are forced marriage. whether it was someone you could never love, someone you could not love romantically, or a lack of desire for anyone. They tried to force you into a marriage you didn't want. You had to flee. Or illness and injury. Your previous life left you with an illness or injury that left you too in debt. But you're going to lose endurance if you choose that one.
I don't mind that one. I think forced marriage is more fun. So I'm going to take forced marriage. Yeah. Okay. And then my two connections are two of my family members. One who cast me aside and one I thought that I could trust, but who denounced me anyway. And you know what? Instead of family members, like blood family members, I'm going to choose that to mean like my traveling performing troupe members.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, okay, I think maybe my sexy snake dancing just got a little too sexy, and I like charmed perhaps a like a really wealthy maybe town mayor or something, or maybe a local, maybe not a town mayor, no, somebody like a local lord or baron or something, and he was like, I want to marry the sexy snake girl, and I was like, ew, no, like I'm a traveling performer, I don't want to live in your boring cold castle and like do my sexy snake dance for you all the time. No, I want to I'm a performer, I must dance. And so I fled. And so my family members, I think my troop is maybe run by a married couple, and the like husband is like the leader, and he was like, hell yeah, you can have the sexy snake dancer girl, like absolutely, like that's cool, because he's a big patron and he always hires us when we're in town. And he's like, yeah, marry him. And I was like, no. And then maybe his wife, we were really close, and I probably see these people as like parents, right?
Like parent figures. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and she's always been like, follow your dreams, do whatever you want. We're performers. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm like, well, you don't think I should marry him, right? And she's like, no, but like, and I'm like, what? And that's why I ran away.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bummer. But you gain athletics and thievery.
I do. Athletics. Thievery. Cool. I gotta figure out their names. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. We can figure out those specifics. Now, everyone else needs as well. So everyone needs to make sure you have at least two names of people you are connected to. This says, beyond Sherwood, name two people who are close to you: friends, colleagues, mentors, paramours, dependents, siblings, colleagues, or others. Let's make this, since your troubles are maybe associated with people who would not be friendly to you, let's each pick two people who would be friendly to you. And you don't necessarily need to have like a name right now, but maybe it's like, I've got a best friend and there's a barkeep who likes me, or something like that, perhaps. And this kind of thing would come into play more, of course, if we were going to play a whole like campaign, because these are things we could bring in. But we'll see. Maybe they can work their way into.
I want one of mine to be like a drinking, chain smoking nun that worked at a church that I dug graves for.
Yes. Yes.
And then a second one, I don't know. Second one, maybe like a barkeep or something that I go bitch to occasionally.
Yes. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah.
I think mine are going to be...
And might have hot goss.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah.
I think my connections are going to be, even though my family kicked me out and disowned me, my brother still keeps in contact with me and cares.
Yeah.
So my brother, Sam. And then my other connection, I thought maybe like, could it be someone in the party? But I'm not sure with how the party is like shaking out. So maybe like a dressmaker in town. Like I was a
Yeah.
frequent patron there. And,
Mhm.
you know, as we're measuring she's measuring or like trimming something, like we just gossip or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think mine is one of them is going to be my sort of paramour, my sort of lover. And she is a bathhouse maid who sometimes
Yeah.
steals from wealthy men
Love.
while she's giving them service. And then her and
Yes.
I will like
Love
go
it.
out and eat on their dime.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Nice.
And then I think my other one is going to be my mentor. And I don't know what that is yet, but I think there was
Okay.
somebody who took me under their wing when I was becoming
Yeah.
when I was a young outlaw, like Kate's character, and they kind of like
When
raised
I was a young outlaw.
I was a young outlaw.
Yes.
Maybe I'm doing that to you, Kate. Maybe I'm like your sort of mentor in this, or not.
Oh,
I
hey.
mean, I don't know. I'm old as
Maybe
shit.
you can be my connection instead of Molly.
Never know. I've got mine.
I have multiple things. What you got, Mary Lou?
I think the leaders of my troop were Charlie and Daisy Featherleg.
Oh, yes.
Of the Featherleg Follies.
Very well known.
Very well known. And I thought that Daisy, I thought she understood me. I thought she would have my back, but she didn't. She backed her husband, Charlie. Gross.
It's that internalized misogyny, you know?
Who knows? Yeah, probably Daisy. What happened to girls support girls? And then my two friends are my very handsome gay bestie, Timothy Bluebottle, who's the tenor supreme, like a gorgeous, beautiful tenor voice, super handsome, but had to go a life on the road because of toxic masculinity. And then my other connection is old Bev, who's
Old Bev.
who's the fortune teller, like sort of, yeah.
Talk like this if we meet her. She can
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie, come in. Let me read your cards.
Exactly. She probably taught me herbalism and sorcery, and thievery,
Yeah.
probably. But yeah, that's old Bev. She's my girl.
Awesome. And what is everybody? I think the last thing we need to know about all these characters are what are their names? So, are people ready to choose a name for
I got one.
themselves?
I am too.
Okay, Nora.
Since I rolled pretty average on everything, I think, and she's jack of all trades, I think everybody knows her as Average Joan.
Average Joan.
Yes.
Nice.
Average Joan.
I love it.
Kate, you had one?
Yeah. I feel like her name is Isabel, and her brother calls her Izzy, or maybe other
like
friends, like
it.
same character. I think you should be my connection now that I'm thinking more about it.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Makes sense.
Nice. Yes. Mary Lou, Sydney, are you able to decide? I know it's hard. It's the hardest part.
I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet.
I don't
Okay,
have
hold
it
on.
yet.
That's
Oh,
okay.
hold on.
That's okay. No pressure. Keep thinking about it. The last thing we'll do, and then we're going to take a little break, is we need to equip your outlaw band. So there's
got
a
it.
couple little things. So outlaw bands have resources, and you do not have individual equipment. Basically, your outlaw band has equipment that you all share from. And so we needed to determine the number of resources you have access to. These resources can be spent to disguise yourselves when you're doing something, to set up a hiding place for you to take shelter in, to pay for room and board, equipment, and ammunition. This is basically, we're going to assume you have access to a certain amount of things, and if you want something special or above that, that would then come out of your resources. So this is determined by rolling 4d6. So why not everyone roll a d6?
Ooh.
And this is going to be split between your resources and your legend. So your legend is basically your like social cachet, I guess, your reputation, and you can use that to ask for favors from friends or people in town. You spend points of legend to kind of get interpersonal favors and boons from people.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
5.
5.
2.
Your
That's
dice
still really
are
good.
good today, Nora.
On brand.
So that's 17 total. So we need to split that between your resources and your legend. I mean, that's pretty good. You could split it however you want. Obviously you can do that as 8 and 7 if you want to keep it as equal as possible, or if you really want to have more in one than the other.
Could be down for
Up to
whatever.
y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder for like resources, that's like equipment, right?
Yeah, and you will have access to basic. We're gonna assume you have access to some basic like armor kinds of things, basic weapons, like your arrows, your bows, your daggers, a sword. It would just be if there's something like unusual or extra that you feel like you want, we would then need to potentially deduct a cost from your resources for that.
Okay.
Cool.
So you want to do what did we say? 7, 8?
Let's do 7, 8.
8, 7 or 8, 7. Do we want more equipment? I definitely want like a bow or something.
You gotta
I
have a
know-
horsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the resources apply to ammunition too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
which you figure
Pissed.
out after a fight. We remove resources depending on the how many arrows you shot to replenish arrows, and you can also spend resources to deal extra damage.
Maybe we do
With your
10 and
longbow.
5 then. 10
Yeah.
resources, 5 legend.
Maybe you're
Yeah.
a newer outlaw band. And
Yeah.
you haven't built up a big reputation yet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, and this is marked. Everyone has a section for this on their sheet. And then the last thing is, other than names, is just like our notorious criminal Sydney's character kind of needs a mission. Personally, the band, the outlaw band, needs a mission and a code. So your mission is composed of 1 to 2 goals or ambitions you want to accomplish. Provide money for those facing poverty. Protect locals from the sheriff's bailiffs. Protect the woods from the king's destructive foresters. Get revenge for a crime. And then you'll have a code that's basically like, these are things we will not do. And that's and then you'll be created. Then we'll be all created.
Cool.
And I can go pee.
Oh, I
What
came
do
up
y'all
with a name. I came up with a name.
I was gonna say
Apparently.
the name. What is it?
This is Sorella the Serpentine.
Oh,
Sorella.
She was just
Ooh.
born. She was just born. Sarah. But she was like,
You gotta have a stage name.
Gotta embellish it. Gotta
Love
embellish
that.
it.
Sorella
I-
the Serpentine. And again,
I
the
picked
snake
one
is
of
not
two.
real. It is an illusion that she casts every time. And everybody's like, where do you keep the snake? And she's like, it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
I
And then
get.
sometimes she'll be like, I need a little extra dinner tonight to feed the snake. And really, she just eats it herself. The
a good
snake
bit.
is
Yes.
not real. I want to be really clear about that. We do
And I
not need
named-
reasons for the snake.
My girl, her name is Mercy Locke.
Oh, I love
Ooh,
it. Everyone's got
nice.
great
Such
names.
a- yeah.
Mercy.
Great name.
I think my trouble background for my character,
Mm-hmm.
which maybe will inform our like outlaw stuff too. I poisoned a bishop who falsely accused people who he knew did not have family for crimes, and then he had them like executed, and then he would collect their funeral funds, but then
Ugh.
never actually bury them or do it by the church. So he was just like taking the money from these poor people. And I killed this bishop, but I made an
Good for
enemy
you.
of the
Yeah.
church.
Hell
I
yeah.
got legitimately angry hearing you describe it. I was like, how dare that guy?
How dare you?
It's not real. It's not real.
It's not real.
wasn't-
It's not real.
It's not real. It's not
Not
real.
real.
It's fake. It's fake.
It's fake.
But I think
Wait,
like
maybe-
my code. What?
You go first. Sorry, I was
I was just gonna say, I think my code is the very Robin Hood. Like we hurt people who hurt people, and I think I'm adverse to just being like we murder without proof or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I was thinking we all kind of could have something against the church or like
Yeah.
corrupt
Mhm.
church, because like for me it was because they wanted to marry me, right? Like marry me off.
yeah.
And then for you it was because like, oh, you were too sexy, right? And so they said, no. And then for you it was like a corrupt bishop, and then for you it could be like the church was like, you're talking to dead people.
The dead.
Yeah.
That's so what if our mission was like finding
Corrupt.
and eliminating corrupt clergy or church people?
Yeah.
Love it.
Officials or something.
I think
I
our
love that,
band
yeah.
needs a name as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we can think about
the
it during the break.
Queens.
No
Think
pressure.
about it during the
Queens.
break.
Oh, I was gonna
Okay,
say
well,
that. We'll think
Maybe
about
it'll
it.
come to you.
Queens.
Or if you have an idea. Okay, and then what are like two things that are your code that you won't do? I know Sydney, I think, has pitched like we don't hurt
Pray.
people who haven't. We don't
We
pray.
won't
We don't pray? No, I don't know.
We don't pray PREY on
Exactly.
people who it can go both ways.
We don't
Right.
prey on the needy.
No
Or
murder
on
of
the
the
innocent.
innocent.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't steal from the unfortunate. Or
Yeah, no murder of the
Yeah.
innocent, no stealing from the unfortunate.
No stealing.
Basically, I feel like this could almost be encapsulated in the idea of like we only punch up.
Yeah.
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 That could be
Yeah.
our mission.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Punch up.
punching up.
We only punch up.
That's really funny.
Okay, so I'm either gonna call this session Beef Beyond the Grave or Only Punch Up. These
Love
are the things that have stood out to me.
Ooh, Both are so good.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that takes us to the end of our character creation, which will leave us a little time to get going into the adventure. So let's take a little break, everyone. We're going to take a little break, and you can use this time. I'm actually going to run a little break. I'll run like an ad, everyone, okay? And so use this time to like use the bathroom, hydrate yourself, stretch, and then come back here, and we're going to start our adventure. So see y'all in a minute. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you peed because you are not allowed to leave your seat right now. And I'm not talking to my friends. I'm talking to you watching. You're not allowed to go anywhere until we're done. So I hope you took advantage of the break. We were just talking about, before we came back, what the GM in this game is called, and it is just a GM, but I would like to, not in an adversarial way, but I would like to be known as the sheriff of this game.
I like it.
Okay.
But I'm working with you. I'm a good sheriff.
Okay, I was
Our
gonna
group
say.
doesn't have a problem. No, guys, we don't have a problem with sheriffs. We just hate the church.
Yeah, there we go.
Sheriffs are fine.
And corruption in general. Corruption.
Just don't be a corrupt sheriff.
Yeah.
Just
Real
crooked.
quick, I just need to change the target of your first adventure to clergyman.
We can be corruption in general. It doesn't have
Yeah,
to.
maybe it's exposing corruption in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I got that. I got that.
Priest.
Yeah, because I got that drinking, chain smoking nun friend. She's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
true.
So
She's
it's
cool.
it's corruption rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
It's
that.
the-
And then
Yeah.
we each have our own complicated, twisted past about the church, but that's
So
not our
twisted.
main focus.
That's just what's brought you all together.
Yeah.
Oh, also for everyone, look, did I warm up my British accent? No. Do I know how to do multiple kinds? Not really. So you get what you get, and we're just playing pretend, so I get to sound however I want, and that's what I'm saying to everyone watching right now. Don't at me, okay?
Fair.
Can you do the hen from Robin Hood? 'Cause that would make me very happy.
What
her
does she
name?
sound like? I forget her.
She's Maid
no, I
Marian's
can't do it.
Lady Cluck. That is Lady,
Lady
Cluck.
I love
Hold on.
her.
Oh, she's Scottish. I cannot. No,
Oh, that's- yeah.
unfortunately, I cannot do that.
I can do it if we don't care if it's bad.
Ooh,
That's pretty good. I don't know.
Is that Cirilla? Is that Cirilla?
I don't feel like that's Sorella's accent. I don't. It could be, but I don't really. Well, a Scottish snake dancing illusionist.
Sorella the Skull.
on layers.
Sorella the Serpentine. I have some different ones.
It's formulating.
Question for you, Nora.
Yes.
Do you have an idea for a name for your barkeep friend, or would you like me to?
Why don't you whatever comes to mind whenever you do it. Whenever it
Great,
comes up.
because I think we will probably be meeting. Oh yeah, Bernulf.
Bernal.
Bernulf. BERNULF from this Dictionary of Medieval Names.org site that I have found.
Bernulf.
Bernulf. Or Bertulf. No, Baron, I said it first. We're sticking with it.
Yep.
First choice, best choice. Okay. That's what I have to tell my improv brain. Whatever you thought of first, just that's the best one. You make it the best one.
True.
Just say it. Paula, should we do the most exciting thing to do on air for TTRPG shows? Should we talk about equipment and what we want to each have?
That's what
Sure.
I've been
Now,
reading about.
so this is part of what makes it a little bit like Blades in the Dark, if you've played that, where you can. I feel like we can kind of say what you have when you need it, and the way. Again, we're gonna assume. So let me look at the equipment. I have a tab here, equipment right here. So we can just run over what the different items are real quick. So weapons. So I'm going to assume that you have access to most of these things. And if you want something that I'm like, that's out of the box, then we can talk about what that might cost you. And it's the kind of thing, so
T-shirt cannons.
no, that is going to be like 20 resources. So
Just made
it's gonna be
a
tough.
note. Just make that
I
note
afford
right
the
there.
t-shirt cannons. Dang
If,
it.
if you can tell me how you craft one out of like an old hollowed out log, I'm not against it. I'm not a Jared Logan who's going to say no
Burn.
to your cool idea. That's not fair. I want to make sure that's not fair. Jared says yes to a lot of things that I say.
But he's
Jared-
not one of
Jared
the
is a very-
girls.
Give it.
The girls.
T-shirt cannon.
So when we go out on an adventure, so this says you do not need to select the weapons or other items in advance. You can always state your outlaw has the dagger, sword, bow, staff, or axe indicated by their load. So just like in Blades in the Dark, when we go out on a thing, you can be like, okay, we're gonna have a light load, a medium load, or a heavy load, and we can deal with that when it's time. And then it says, otherwise, if the cost of an item is greater than your group's resources score at the time you state you have it, we reduce your resources by like what the difference would be. So if you have 10 in resources and I'm like, that would cost you 12 probably to have that, we're going to reduce your resources by 2. And that's something that I'm going to we're going to do that ourselves. I'm just going to like make a judgment when it comes up if I think that's probably outside of the normal thing you would have access to. But otherwise, you probably have it. Just so you know, so weapons, armor, and equipment are on page 11 of the PDF. Daggers, light weapons do 2d6 damage. The next step up would be like an axe, a sword, a quarterstaff, a hunting bow, a crossbow would do 3d6. Longbows, which can also be used as a quarterstaff if they're unstrung. Pole arms, lances, two-handed swords do 4d6. So that kind of lists out how, like, in the ranges of thrown weapons, your armor, you're probably, unless you want to go higher up and have chainmail, you're probably in a gambeson or leathers, which will give you some armor. Chainmail would give you more, but that's a heavier load and it's going to be harder for you to like blend in unless you're trying to like pretend like you're a soldier, right? Because not everyone wears chainmail. Right. You can have a shield. But again, if you're carrying a shield, if you're trying to blend in, that's going to be harder to do. So they're just like apply kind of real world logic to this kind of thing. And that will inform your choices, but you can do whatever you want. And because you have resources 10 in our equipment and supplies, it talks about standard adventuring gear, which costs 5, and quality gear, which has a cost of 8. You guys said your resources were 10, I think. So you can have access to the quality stuff if you want. Lockpicks, toolkit, unusual materials, fine vials, above average crafting. Like, so you've got actually a fair amount of leeway here because of how well you rolled and how you assigned those resources. So you can just kind of like say you have something when you decide you want to have it. And I'll probably be like, cool, you have that, unless I think it's something like, that's probably going to cost you something. Is that helpful?
Fair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we should take the quality adventuring gear.
If we take that, though, that means we have 2 resources left.
No.
Oh.
So because the cost of
Oh.
it is within what you are, like, you have access to like 10 resources, just like I'm interpreting it as you have access to that on a pretty regular basis.
It's like your credit rating type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And so
Got
you
it.
can just
Okay.
have that.
I was
Um,
concerned.
my
I was
gosh.
like, do they
Yeah, I
count
love that.
per arrow? Because I was like, oh no, I'm not.
It's your borrowing limit, sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
Your line of credit.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that we can afford luxury accommodations and fare when we're traveling.
When we feel like it.
But-
Yeah.
But like you said, Paula, that only comes up like when we need it, like Blades in the
When
Dark
you need
style.
it.
So I'm not like,
Yes.
I have my bow on me and like blah, blah, blah. We just assume that
you
we
can,
could.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
Love Blades in the Dark.
And yeah, just to clarify about ammunition. So after each fight in which one or more of you uses any amount of arrows or other kind of ammunition, we would remove one resource. And at the end of the session, we would remove one more. So it doesn't matter how much of it you're using. If you use it during a fight, we'll just remove a resource. Because with the idea that you would get more. To use it to get more.
And Paula, I have to ask, because you're such a giving sheriff.
And so beautiful.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
and smart.
Flattery will get you
Get my
everywhere.
hair
So
cut.
continue.
With amazing
Yeah.
hair.
Oh my
Amazing
gosh.
hair.
Oh my
Incredible
gosh.
hair. Incredible.
Wow.
Would it make any difference if like every time in a combat where it is applicable, I say like, and I take my arrows back. I go to the body and I take those
You
arrows
and I
back.
are so the same. I just literally was like, I'm going to get those arrows back right in some game. And I don't remember who was like, you don't have to, we'll just assume you get them.
I'm used to like, now we're playing Shadow Dark on Glass Cannon and stuff. And it's like the resources, you can only carry what you can hold. And it's like,
Yeah.
I have to get my arrows back. I'm always like, I take the arrow back. I take the arrow back. Like, dude, I said it.
I think if you say you're taking them back, we will just, instead of reducing one resource after the fight and one at the end, I think we'll just reduce one total resource with the assumption that not all of them are reusable, but most of them would be.
Yeah.
You
I
are
think that-
benevolent and
Oh my
so
gosh.
smart.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Add one to your endurance just for saying nice things. No, I'm joking, but you never know. Maybe I'll let you do that. Anything else? Anything else before we? Oh my gosh, we actually like play. We could just make
I think
characters and be like, we're done, you know, and
Well,
like
maybe
never
set
actually
the
play the game.
scene.
Yeah, set the intro. Like,
Yeah.
Where are
How
we?
did you
What are we up
know
to?
that my notes literally right here say set the scene? Oh my
You're
god.
so
It's just-
smart.
I was trying to think what would the smartest, most beautiful GM in the world think, and then I thought set the scene, and
Only
so
somebody with great hair would think of something like so.
that's
smart to
that's
say like
exactly
that.
what I was thinking.
Wow.
And that's
The great
exactly how
hair.
I was trying. I was trying to think as if I had incredible hair, and I thought set the scene.
Yeah.
Incredible hair, big brain.
Big, huge brain.
Wow, yeah, what else? I don't know what else is good about me. I'm clipping this. Someone clip this. I need it. I'm going to need it later when I'm feeling bad about myself. Okay, let's set the scene. Our outlaw band. Oh, did y'all come up with a name for your outlaw band?
Oh, no!
I forgot.
oh shoot.
You had one homework assignment during the break. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. You don't
The
have to.
band
have
of babes.
I like Queens, Queens of the Wood, the Band of Babes.
Band
I
of Babes is awesome.
Earlier, I was like Queens of Kings, but then I was like, isn't that the show like King
like
of
a
King of Queens?
That's really funny. We're the Queens and Kings. I like Band of Babes.
I do
Band
too.
of Babes.
Oh, no.
Great.
All right.
I love Band of Babes. It's great.
I love Band of Babes.
We're the Band of
Our
Babes.
Band of babes finds themselves at a tavern on the outskirts of Nottingham. Perhaps this is the tavern that our average Joan hangs out in, and we see at the bar the barkeep Bernulf, you know, wiping down counters and occasionally pouring mead and ale into tankards. You all have just finished some sort of job. What do you think you just finished up?
We just embarrassed a local chauvinist who was trying to show off.
Local
in the-
chauvinist embarrassed by Band of Babes.
We need the band of babes
Exactly.
for this.
That's the headline.
Headline.
That's the Chiron.
That's who they
Local
call.
chauvinist embarrassed by Band of Babes. Yeah. He was trying to show off for all the like young ladies in the bar, and we like challenged
Yeah.
him to like a duel of
He
some
thought
sort.
he had such a long staff, and it's not that long.
It's not.
I
think
didn't even
maybe-
use it.
I think maybe our like branding, and maybe sometimes we literally brand people who like do really bad stuff. And I think our branding is like kind of a crude upside down like piglet because of Band of Babes, like Babe, the
Babe, the pig.
But I think it's also for chauvinist pigs where we do like an upside down. It looks kind of like a crude drawing of a pig, and we just like brand it into people. And maybe this dude
I love
we
it.
like threatened.
I like
We were
that.
like, next time, you know, next time. Is that
Love it.
Or snout? Yes.
Snout, ears, and a tail upside down. Oh, don't look at
Yeah.
how I've been chewing on my
Yes,
fingers.
symbolic. Yeah, there's like snout,
Love
it's
it.
like shapes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe we carve it into buildings and stuff, and it's like the Band of Babes has been here. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep. Band of babes. That's us. I love it.
Great. Well, that's exactly what you were just doing. And now you are celebrating, relaxing a little, having a tankard of some sort of beverage, whatever you might choose to imbibe here at this tavern. And speaking of men who are maybe trying to show off, at a table nearby, what is clearly an off-duty guard of some sort is loudly and drunkenly trying to impress one of the serving wenches who is working at the tavern. Oi, yeah, and then, my job, it's so important what I do, I'm there, and I protect that new sheriff, he's got a lot to live up to, that new sheriff, like, after what happened with the last one, and how he kept trying to pay the taxes, and the taxes kept getting robbed, and the delivery was not successful, and now we have this new sheriff, and he says, we must keep this tax delivery safe, and I tell you what, Clara, I tell you what, I'm gonna help with that. I can help keep the tax delivery safe. And she's like, oh, yes, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can keep it safe. You're so strong. And would you like some more drink? And maybe she's pouring more ale into his tankard. Oh, did you know? It's very important. There are 3 wagons going out for the tax delivery. That's so many wagons. And inside of each wagon is, I'm going to roll to see how much. The equivalent of 14 resources of coin in each wagon is what he says. And that's so much, because he raised taxes, that new sheriff, because he's got to make up for the mistakes of the past one. And so it's a lot. So it's very important. Nothing happens when they head out from the Nottingham Castle. We must make sure that they stay safe. Sir, maybe there's lots of rabble in here. Maybe you should keep it down a little. And the witch starts trying to quiet
Corella's
him.
gonna sidle up and be like, you're right. There is such rabble here. How are you? What's up?
Do you think you know this Clara, this serving wench? Do you think you've interacted with her before? Do you think she would know who you are?
Yeah. I think she would. I'm gonna wink at her. I'm gonna be like, let me have this one.
Oh,
You know
she
what I
knows
mean?
your
Like-
she knows your deal. She knows what's up.
Yeah, I'm a girl's girl, and this guy looks boring and dumb anyway. So unless I don't know, does she seem into him?
I think she seems into him in the sense that maybe he'll overpay or leave some extra money if she's
absolutely
nice and listening, more than she doesn't seem offended by him, but I think she's into him in the way that you are when you're trying to get a big tip.
You're right.
Is what you see.
Okay.
And so I think sorry.
Rather than just sliding in on Clara's mark, I'm gonna be like, you're right, there is such rabble around here, which is why I got us a table in the corner, and I'm gonna take him to a corner table and be like, somewhere we can be private, you, me, and Clara and my friends.
I think Clara will do I want to make you spend a Legends resource to convince her to let you do this? I'm going to say,
already?
you know what? I'm going to say,
Why not?
y'all are friendly here. She's like, okay. All right, sure. Yeah, I like what y'all do. I don't think I will make you spend the legend resource on this. I think you can
Just to get him to a table.
yeah, like
Yeah. In
the corner.
move him off, and she'll be like, all right, just let me know. I can come back with more mead or ale whenever you need. And then she'll like wink at you and be like, just, like we see
I
each
feel like-
other.
Yeah.
See if you can leave
Ale.
some coin on the table.
Yeah. And I'll just
Right?
like, I'm so thirsty. I wish, a nice handsome man would buy a girl a round of drinks.
We're so
You can do that. I'm very important, did you know? I'm very important, which means I get paid. Yes, Clara, take it for everyone. I will. Yes, all of it. It's on me. Oh, yes, okay. And she'll run off to go get drinks for everyone on our
give
friendly
Clara
little
a
guard
wink.
here.
These are my friends. I'm Sorella.
Hello,
And these are my
Sorella.
friends, Isabel, Joan, and Mercy. I'm not going to call you average Joan in front of you. Okay.
Thanks for that.
Can I-
Thanks for that.
Okay,
We
this
could
is
leave
this
that
is Isabel, extraordinary Joan, and Mercy.
Well, you all don't look like most of the other women that I see around here, but
You're so
I don't
charming.
mind.
I think Mercy has like short cropped hair, and she maybe looks like the most unfeminine of the group. She's just like has like shoulders exposed, like she's wearing kind of like leather, and she kind of like has her tankard, and she's just smiling because this is what we do. This is what Cirilla does. And Joan, and it's like, and she's just watching it play out, and she just smiles at the guy and kind of like points to the chair and maybe kicks it out with her foot, like, come take a seat.
Great.
What was
yeah.
your name? What's your name, Mr. Lord,
No,
Sir?
Oh, I'm not
I just
Lord. I just
from your countenance, from your royal countenance.
no, I work with the sheriff.
Oh wow, you're so knightly. I assumed that you were a knight.
Maybe one day,
or-
I'm just a guard, but
Just
one
a
day
guard.
I could be
Oh.
a knight. Yes, that would be wonderful. Knight Helmbert, Sir Helmbert.
Wow,
That
that
does have a
does
nice
ring
ring.
to it.
Is there a Mrs. Guard?
No. And now he starts to look kind of sad. But there's someone I wish would be Mrs. Helmbert. But she doesn't like me very much yet. I just haven't spoken to her very much because I'm nervous. But one day maybe she'll notice me if I'm a
What's
good
her
enough guard.
name? Maybe
Her
we can
name?
help.
It's Hilda. Hilda and Helmbert, doesn't it have a good ring to it?
It sounds lovely.
I know if I do a good job guarding this tax delivery, maybe she'll notice me, you know?
Right, the taxes. I did
Mm.
hear you say before that you're in charge of all of the deliveries. Quite a charge for someone.
Oh, well, it's not just me on my own, you know, it's much more important. I'm an important piece, like a cog in the wheel, but it's not just me. There are a number of guards who will be in the first part of the transfer, and then at the inn, where we're going to stay overnight, and then we're going to meet up with some other guards and knights who will then take it on to London. So it's not just me, you know, it's actually quite a few people that they're taking it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Clara,
How
could we
many?
few more tankards at our table? Thank you.
Are they your friends? Are they single also?
Oh, some
How
of
many
them
are there?
are.
Enough for us?
Oh, let's see. How many are there? There are, boy, of the 20 that will be going from the castle to the inn. I mean, probably about half of them are single, so that's pretty good odds
Wow.
for all of you, really.
What if now I have a crazy idea, girls. Girls, don't call me crazy. Okay, girls? Girls, don't call me crazy.
Okay. Okay.
I think Helmbert's gonna love this idea.
maybe.
What if we met you at the inn? What if Helmbert was the guy who brought all the girls to the party at the inn? Wouldn't your friends and maybe even the sheriff be like, wow, Helmbert is the coolest guy ever?
And
All
I
you have
would
to do
be
is
a hero. I
Tell us
bet
where
would
to
make
meet
Hilda jealous.
Cyrilla, don't be ridiculous. Helmbert can't do that. I'm sure that you don't have that kind of sway or pull with the other men. And that's all right.
Well, look, not everyone's going to stay at the inn overnight. Once they get there, some of them are going to leave. I don't know if I can remember how many exactly, but some are going to leave. Only some are staying at the inn because it's not a very big inn. But
it's a small inn.
so I don't know how many of the single guards will be there, but maybe
Right.
I don't. Could someone? I think this does. There's some risk involved with proposing this to him. So, someone want to try and convince him? See if you can get him to agree to this plan or give you more information. I will let anyone who feels like they have a relevant skill, and we'll have our first actual skill check of the
Okay.
game.
A couple of us have
Probably not.
silver tongue, right?
Yeah,
One.
but
Does anybody have higher?
I only have a 1. I'm thinking maybe if you want to talk to this guy, I'll slip away and try to get any information out of Bernolf about him.
Ooh, Bernolf.
Great,
Yeah.
He's got to know something.
Mary Lou, do you want to do your silver
I'll
tongue?
try
Then I
it.
feel like you propose the idea.
Let me try
Here's
silver
what-
tongue.
Okay, so before you roll, the way that we want to do this is, okay, so we're trying to get him to kind of like maybe loosen up, give some more information, or agree to maybe like help you out meeting these, with this plan in some way. So what do we think the known risks of trying to do this are? I don't think there's like a physical danger here, but I think maybe if this doesn't go well, he might start to like clam up. Like this might.
He might remember the headline of the newspaper, which I don't know if printing presses have been invented yet, but he might remember the chyron of local chauvinist embarrassed by band of babes. He might be like, wait, you're a band of babes. I feel like that's the risk, is that he like puts together that we're seducing him.
Yeah.
Right. And I also think because you all have silver tongue, right? Does this entire group have silver tongue?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, we do.
you're-
We embarrass local chauvinists
I mean,
with our silver tongue. Come on.
And you've all been talking and working together, so I think you can roll this at advantage and then add your +1. So what this means is you're going to roll 3d6, and then you're going to choose the 2 dice you want to keep from that roll. So in this game, if you get an 8 or higher, that's a success. Lower than an 8 is a fail. And a 12 or better is a crit, and a 2 or worse is like a fumble. So roll your 3d6, pick the 2 you want to add together, and add your 1 to that.
Okay, I rolled a 3, 5, and a 4. I'm going to keep my 5 and a 4, which is a 9. And then I add a 1, so that's a 10.
That's a 10.
Yay!
So he is charmed by all of you, and says, "But how does it make sense to introduce you to everyone? Let me see if I can remember how many are actually staying at the inn overnight."
We don't want to mess with the ratio. That's probably a good idea.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we should probably be a surprise. I feel like we should wait until some of the guys have left, and then we'll come and have a party. So don't tell anybody that we're coming. We're gonna be a surprise.
Right.
It'll be a surprise.
They'll like it because 20 of us are going, and then 7 are leaving at night, and 13 are staying along with, the sheriff himself, of course. But maybe, I don't know exactly which ones are the 7 who are leaving, but surely some of them are single. And even if they aren't, that doesn't mean they aren't interested, if you know what I mean.
So funny.
Right.
You're so funny.
That hasn't
Quite
stopped me
You're
before.
so funny.
Stop.
Mhm.
Quite right.
I think Helmbert is entranced by my foreign accent, my sexy foreign accent.
Yeah.
Which
It's so hard
sounds
to
like
understand you. Where are you
I
from?
know. I'm from somewhere else. I'm different.
It's a
You're not
valley.
like the other girls.
I'm not.
Valley.
Look at this. Mhm.
Wow.
And she does. This is her foreign dancing. Yeah.
Oh, he blushes and then is like, I don't think Hilda would like if I watched this.
Oh,
And
sorry.
And then I think our camera pans over to Joan, who has gone over to speak with Bernulf, who is now pouring this extra order of ale that Clara is meant to take over to your table.
And I just swoop one of them off that tray for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, Bernolf.
Jen. What's going on? How are you? I see it seems like some rabble, something interesting is happening over there.
Oh yeah, I meant to come over here to ask you who's if you know anything about that wanker in the corner.
Oh, yes. Well, what Clara was saying to me is it seems like he is a guard for the new sheriff that we've had, a lot of pressure on that guy to not go the way of the previous sheriff,
Yes, right. Is he pretty
executed.
skilled? Or is this his first go?
I mean, look at him. He really should not be here in his get-up, looking like a guard, drinking, and then just wagging his tongue about all these things. I don't think the sheriff would like it. So, skilled, I'm going to guess. No, not really. I think he's still quite wet behind the ears.
Too bad for him. What is it that, do you know anything about this new tax collection that's been going on?
Boy, it sure is rough. They came here and they've almost doubled what they're asking for.
Double?
Yes,
After all they've already bleeding you dry?
Yes, I don't know how I'm going to keep the place open, honestly. But we do what we must, and I'm probably going to have to raise the prices, but hopefully not by too much, because I know you all can't afford that much more, but also if I don't have, it's tough being a business owner.
Well, chin up, Bernie. You know I got you. We can maybe help you out.
Your band of babes. You're going to do some nice things here, yes.
Little scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
I like it.
We love to spend the weekend at Bernie's.
I figured Bernolf, we know each other. We're on a little nicknamey.
I mean,
Bernie.
Maybe if you can find whatever inn they're staying at, you can, pay back some of those taxes back to me, if you know what I mean.
How much did you throw in there this time?
Oh boy, it was he gives you an amount of coin that sounds like a lot.
Okay.
More than you'd think he'd be able to
New
afford.
sheriff doubling the tax. Sounds potentially
mistakes.
Well,
corrupt.
How about this, Bernie? Mm-hmm. How about I and my friends and I, we get that back for you. And to anyone else, we were here the whole time.
An alibi.
You get that back from me. And yes, I mean, you've been sat here in your cups
all night long.
All weekend.
All weekend.
Weekend at Bernie's, yes. I like that idea. It has a nice ring to it. I can make it special. I'm gonna make a sign. I think we
rebrand.
We are on the same page here, Joan.
All right. Well then, good looking out. And I will be back in a few days.
I mean, you'll sit at that table all weekend.
That's right. The whole time. Wink, wink. And she will take her drink and head back to the girls.
To the girls, to the
Back
beds.
over, and I think Helmbert is kind of blushing now, and maybe I'm starting to feel a bit. Maybe I've had too much ale. I'm starting to feel a bit sick.
Oh, nothing that it can't fix. And she just slaps him really hard on the back.
He goes green and runs outside to heave his guts out in the yard, I think.
Excellent. Okay, girl talk.
Yeah,
Did we
Mercy,
get the name of the inn?
leans in. She says to Joan, "You hit him a little too early. We didn't get the name of the inn yet, but we needed him to leave anyway."
Isn't
And she
it
starts.
just the one inn? How many inns are there?
Yeah, how many inns could there be? A day's ride from
Figure
the
it out.
castle.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we
can
can probably
figure it out.
You know, there is, I think, questions. As long as they're a way your outlaw can learn something new or figure out the information, you may spend 2 wits to ask your GM a question. So if anyone wanted to spend 2 of their current level of wits, I could just tell you.
You
if
you
know
Sherlock, you like Sherlock
the
of the
inn.
Sherwood, like figure out, the
Yeah.
only
See the
inn he
map.
could be referring to is of a small that could fit 13
That can fit all of
soldiers
those
is
men.
Who's got
Does
good?
anybody want to
wit?
do it?
I do
What's
have
good
good
wit?
wits. Is there a way to
I
get
got-
wits back?
Yes. So you will gain your skills back in between like adventures. Basically, in your downtime, you would gain all your skill points back, and you can also
Got it.
gain them back in the middle if you take basically essentially a short rest. Here it's called catching your breath. And I can just describe that for you really quickly what that entails.
Definitely interested in spending some wit. I feel like Isabel's like eager to impress you guys as the youngest one of the group and like maybe newer.
Oh.
So basically, catching your breath. Once per session, when your outlaw gets a moment to converse with their friends in a safe place, they can refresh some of their attributes. So if you talk to an ally or a friend, including PCs and NPCs, you can roll 2d6 and divide those, whatever you get, between any attributes that you've lost.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah.
Would we be able to retcon that and just be like, maybe she asked the barkeep, or maybe you asked Clara,
Mm.
and that
You
way
also
you'd be able to
might
re-roll it?
just know. Sorry, Nora. I'm sorry. What do you? I'm not sure I'm understanding you exactly.
Because you said that we could, we have an opportunity to roll them back if we're in this safe space and if we talked to somebody. So would this count as a safe space that in which we talked to somebody, that we could roll this after, finding out the
Spend
info?
it and then roll
then-
it and try and get them back. Sure. But each one of you can only do it once per session. Now, I'm going to call session this
Like adventure. Got it.
But you can just know that whoever does that won't get to do it again later after they've spent more. So it might make more sense to wait to re-roll it, but it's up to you. It's fully up to you.
What do
Well,
you guys want to do?
I'll spend 2 if we want to know the exact inn. I've got
I
11,
love
so
that
I'm down to
Isabella
9.
is eager, like you said too.
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah.
like, I
She's like,
studied
"Ooh,
the maps.
I
And
know
she's
this.
smart. Yeah. And she
My
knows
father's
this wood.
guards always this inn. It's probably this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, what's the name of it? What's the name of the inn?
Yeah, so you know that there is an inn because of your aristocratic background, you
Sherlock of the
have
Sherwood.
Traveled around. Maybe you have met with people visiting, or you have traveled to and from Nottingham Castle and other locations, and you know that about 12 miles through the forest from Nottingham Castle is an inn called the Gold Boar. And because I'm going to say you've been there, so that you know that it's walled, so it has a wall kind of around it, with like a yard that people can like camp in the yard. And the inn itself has 3 levels. The bottom level is like a main, like bar, tavern-y kind of vibe. And then on the second and third levels are just a few rooms. Yeah. And so
All right.
that's what you know about it.
Ooh,
Love it.
I bet you it's the Golden Boar. I've been there before. I've stayed. It's walled off.
Is it well fortified?
Yes, it has a wall around it. People camp out in the yard. 2 floors of rooms. I bet you it's that one.
It's not bad, Isabel. That's pretty
She's very
good.
pleased with herself. She's like, I helped.
Impressive.
Look at me. I'm a criminal.
I've
I
always
think-
called you the Sherlock of the Sherwood. I always have. I've always
She
called you
turns
that.
I don't know who that
Joan.
is, but thank you.
Yeah, it's this guy I knew. He was really smart.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
Mercy turns to Joan and says, the thing that I'm most concerned about, and perhaps you could help with this, Joan, we'll need a cart. We can't steal one of their wagons. It's too obvious, and they'll be on our tail immediately. But if we bring our own, we could easily transfer it into our own cart and make an escape much the less noticed.
I do like that idea. That's brilliant. And while we were all entertaining that wanker, I did go over to Bernie, and we do have an alibi now. He's going to vouch for us that we've been here this whole weekend.
The gods are with
A
us
weekend
on
at Bernie's.
A weekend at
Oh,
Bernie's.
weekend at Bernie's.
Wow.
Bernie's.
Just getting so drunk that like we can barely stand. That's what we were doing all
That's
weekend.
right.
There's so many
drunk, Melanie
possible
Golda.
names for
Prop
this.
us up at the tables as if we've been there all weekend. We're so drunk. We have to sit propped
We're
up.
crazy.
We're crazy.
So now the question is where to procure a cart
From our resources.
from our resources. Okay, so what?
Yeah.
Two horses in a cart. Because it's probably going to be heavy if it's coin. So I think we're going to need 2 horses. And plus
Mercy
2
and I
of you
can
have
both
riding.
ride. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
And perhaps a not like a disguise, but like perhaps there's a reason we are at the inn as a group, like a traveling.
Oh.
She looks at Sorella. Traveling.
a traveling dance troupe.
Excellent.
Traveling dance
Love it.
troupe. Ah, yes, a genius. Or would you guys rather be a traveling petting zoo?
Petting zoo.
I don't like people touching me.
Are we the animals? I was going to say.
Oh, we're not the
no,
animals.
No.
That would be
I was gonna
different.
like illusion them, but then I've realized if it's a petting zoo, then you have to pet them, and you can't really pet the illusions because they aren't real. So okay, not a petting zoo. Let's be a dance troupe.
I love it.
Are you guys good at dancing?
No.
No.
That's
right.
fine. Neither am I. Neither am I. It's actually totally fine.
I can't wait
magic
to
can do
dress
that.
like you, though.
Oh, yes, don't worry. I'll have so many cool disguises and outfits for us.
We'll just follow your lead.
Yeah, exactly. We're dancers.
I love
We're
this
gonna be
idea.
the band of babes.
The band of babes.
Does somebody had herbalism?
I have herbalism.
Do you think this would this be a situation in which we could put some sort of sleeping thing in their drinks?
Oh, yeah.
little-
Yes.
Belladonna, a little nightshade, just
Sleeping
enough.
potion.
Just enough.
Just to put them over the edge just a little bit. Just
So
so
they'll have their
not
own
roused from their
weekend at
sleep.
Bernie's.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can get some
Yes.
ingredients on the way.
Get some ingredients on the way, and I'll like gather them and potion them up in the back of the cart while Joan is driving us down.
I love this.
I kind
like
of
This
this
is
idea.
great. So I think that you can just get the herbs you need as you travel through, the forest. No problem. That's not going to cost you anything. I think you just
Great.
get them. You have that skill. We can determine later how effective whatever you create is, but I think you're able to just get the herbs. The cart and the 2 horses, I think, can either come out of, I think we will need to pull some of that out of resources, or if you think you know someone who would let you borrow a cart and horses, you could spend legend to do that as well, if you can justify your contact in that way to me. And that can be, whatever you think. So how would you like to approach getting those
Mind
things?
pulling from resources? I don't really have a contact that I think I would justify, but if somebody
Yeah.
does, that's cool. I'm down.
I don't think I would have.
If anything, I think I know who would have horses that we could take, but I don't think anyone would give me horses.
Yeah.
with
2
my-
horses is a lot.
Yeah.
That is
We
a
could
lot.
just borrow them.
Yeah, do you want to try and steal the horses, or do you
Yes.
want to?
Yes.
And would Joan have access to a cart maybe for like the bodies?
Oh.
Yeah. Wouldn't I? Maybe.
You'd probably already have a cart, from
Yeah.
your, but maybe we have to disguise it, so it doesn't look like a body cart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Put some
So
like
maybe we don't need maybe we don't need
curtains or something.
exactly. Maybe we don't need to spend resources on getting the cart, but
But
resources
just making
on,
it look
like,
sexy.
Sprucing it up.
sexifying.
Sexy
Yeah.
cart.
And I was thinking too, the classic thing of like my bow and like our other stuff is like under the clothing and like makeups and stuff. So when they pull the
Yeah.
tarp off, they're like, oh, it is a dance troupe,
Yeah.
like
Our
Exactly.
costumes. Yeah.
There's
Exactly.
girly things in here.
And we'll make it look really girly and really embarrassing.
Just put a lot of tampons on top.
a lot of tampons
They will not
everywhere.
look underneath them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll be like, and sorry, girl stuff.
Witches.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because you bleed, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, let's steal horses.
I think that this is a good plan to go into. So I think having gotten some information about the tax delivery that is going to be stopping over at the inn, we will start our next session with you trying to steal some horses. And then depending on how that goes, you can make your way over to the inn to see if you can steal some taxes. And I think
Yay.
that's what we have in store for us when we play again.
I'm
Yes.
so excited.
Thank you, Paula.
Yay.
Thank
Oh my
you,
gosh,
Paula.
thank you. Thank you for
This is so
making
fun.
such fun people. I'm really
So
excited. Thank you everyone for watching this. We really appreciate you. Thank you everyone who contributed to help make this happen. You're wonderful and awesome, and I'm gonna have everyone tell you their name again and where you can find them, because I know you want more of them, and I know some of you already know these lovely people, but not all of you maybe. So we'll start with Mary Lou, and we'll go kind of clockwise again.
Okay, remember, girls, we practiced this just like we practiced. Hi, I'm Mary Lou. I'm going first. You can find me at Mary Lou Larry Moo. That's just Mary Lou with the first letters switched on all your favorite platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Okay, that might be it. TikTok.
Hey, what's up, you guys? My name's Kate, and I'm Kate Stam on Twitch and Kate Stamis on Instagram and other things. Stamas, not Stamos. Stamis.
Different.
Almost Stamos.
Good to know.
Hey, fam. I'm Sydney. You can find me Sydney Gale on Instagram and Twitch, and on other TTRPG shows where I play other stuff too, like Glass Cannon and Lost Mountain Saga.
And I'm Nora Ibrahim, and you can find me at Noralogical on all the things, as well as on Glass Cannon Network and Beetle and Grimm's occasionally, and other stuff.
Hi, and I'm Paula. You probably know me, but you might be here because of one of these lovely people, so maybe you don't. You can find me here streaming board games and video games on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube making comedy content for tabletop gaming. Put in my name, Paula Deming, or Things Get Dicey. And, you know, I'm on a variety of other podcasts playing other games, so you can just type my name into the internet and see what happens. Who knows? It'll be fun. Yeah, we'll be back next week with the rest of our adventure. And yeah, thanks everyone. Okay.